Most men believe wealth belongs only to those born into advantage, those with powerful families, special connections, or rare gifts. But I tell you now, some of the greatest fortunes America has ever seen were built by men who began with less than you have today. If you earn an ordinary wage, you stand where many millionaires once stood. You may think your income is too small to change your life. You may look at your paycheck, your bills, your family responsibilities, and whisper to yourself, how could I ever rise from this? But every man who ever climbed from little to much asked the same question, until he discovered that the size of his wage had nothing to do with the size of his destiny. Let me tell you the story of a clerk named John Wanamaker. He earned a wage so small that most men in his position surrendered to a life of ordinary comfort at best, poverty at worst. But Wanamaker refused to let his wage define him. He saved pennies, studied relentlessly, worked with devotion, and built the first great department store empire in America. He began with nothing but a wage smaller than yours, yet he rose to great wealth. Consider also the story of James J. Hill. He was born nearly blind in one eye, orphaned young, and worked as a store clerk earning wages that barely fed him. But he mastered every detail of the railroad business on his own time. Years later, he built the Great Northern Railway, one of the most profitable in history. Hill began his rise not with wealth, but with wages. Not with luck, but with definiteness. And remember Edward Bok, who worked as an office boy, earning a few dollars each week. Instead of complaining about his modest wage, he sought every chance to increase his usefulness. He read the books no one else would read, learned the tasks no one else wanted, and one day became the editor of the Ladies' Home Journal. Then one of the most powerful positions in American publishing. Bok turned pennies into power because he turned his mind toward growth. These men did not rise because life favored them. They rose because they refused to be ordinary. They used the same two hands, the same 24 hours, the same limited beginnings you possess right now. The only difference was this: they decided their wage would not dictate their future. Think now of your own life. Think of the mornings you rose before dawn, determined to change your circumstances. Yet, after the long hours of labor, nothing seemed to move. Think of the evenings you returned home weary, wanting to give your family a better life, yet unsure how to break beyond the limitations of your income. This struggle has worn on you. It has made you believe you are trapped. But you are not trapped. You are untrained. And there is a great difference. A trapped man cannot escape. An untrained man must learn the law.